All right, I'm going to be very circumlocucious in the way I use my language here, but everybody who watches this channel knows what I mean when I say what I'm about to say. So there's a reporter, or an editor rather, for the New York Times. Carlos Tejada is his name. And the records show, according to Carlos Tejada's own Twitter page, that on December 17th, he went in to get a booster bajjed. He talked about how he signed some letter of consent that he didn't understand because it was in Korean or something like that. Something really weird and off like that, and said that he was now part of the BTS army, referring to the Korean boy band BTS. And then he said, he invited the supposed new strain Omicron to come and hit him with the wet snot. Obviously take on the Pat Benatar song, "Hit Me With Your Best Shot." So this was recorded on December 17th. On December 18th, his wife took to his Twitter page to say that the night before, that Carlos Tejada, editor for the New York Times, 49 years old, had tragically died of a heart attack, and that she was in grief and in mourning over this, and that she was probably not going to be on social media for a while. I believe they leave that Carlos Tejada has 3 children that he left behind. So nobody, of course, in the mainstream media is connecting the dots. Nobody is saying it's quite peculiar for a 49-year-old to suddenly up and die of a heart attack. And even though, it happens, but it's not something that happens every day, certainly. And when it does happen, it's something that certainly should raise an eyebrow. And the proximity of the time in which he received his booster bajjed, and soon afterwards, I guess hours later, up and died of a heart attack, that is not getting any attention in the mainstream media, even though this is one of the mainstream media's own. In other words, they're sacrificing their own at the altar of the promotion of the big pharma dogma.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can you use a mobile app?
So I omitted me making my order there at the window. I know that will disappoint some of you, but so it goes. So I want to make clear, I'm not up here gloating. I'm not saying Carlos Tejada, that I don't feel sympathy for him or for his family for what apparently happened. I think it's extremely bad karma, if you will, to do such a thing, even if it's a case where, I've talked about cases in the past of people who were bad mouthing the non-bajjed and talking about what ignoramuses they were, and saying that they wish they would all die, and so forth, and just expressing murderous contempt for the non-bajjed, and then they got their bajj and croaked. And even in those cases, while I was saying this is certainly a case of karma coming back to bite you, I wasn't saying it in a celebratory way, because I really don't think we should celebrate anyone dying simply on account of their bad behavior. I can understand if somebody did something, if it was like a case of self-defense where somebody's about to kill you, but you kill them instead. I understand in that case saying, well, perfectly, that was perfectly fine and good. Cases like this are a tragedy, and even though I suppose this Carlos Tejada is strictly speaking an enemy of the people, quote unquote, since he was a writer or an editor for the New York Times. I don't have anything against him personally, and I'm sad that this happened to him. But what I think is a travesty is that they just won't tell the truth. They won't draw attention to the proximity of the bajjing, the time of the bajjing, and the time of the heart attack. Even his own comrades are not in mainstream media are not pursuing this this path. They're not connecting the dots. They're not discussing these things. They're keeping it under wraps. They've sacrificed one of their own at the altar of Big Pharma. And to me, that is unbelievable and deplorable. And it's something that I have a hard time accepting, that people would and can do something like this. That even when it pierces their own bubble, if you will, they're still going to stick to the script and say, oh well, there was nothing suspicious about it. He just died of a heart attack, and we're not gonna, we won't make any connections. We won't even mention it, And the ones who do mention it, we'll try to make sure that they get censored off of the internet. This is where we're at right now, and I just have to. It's you really have to be supremely brainwashed, or just supremely on the take, or on the make, or whatever it is, to sacrifice one of your own in this way, and that seems to be what they're doing. So just wanted to talk about that and point that out. Let me hear what you think. Thanks for watching.